Okay, so first, I was absolutely thrilled that you joined us in Austin. When I invited you, I didn't think you were actually going to say yes, which happens a lot with me these days. Just like Texans for Vaccine Choice, when I stepped up to the plate, I didn't realize it was going to turn into what it did.
Yeah. I was scared to death. I really was. I almost did it like a...
Yeah, I thought she slipped out for 1 second and was like, peace out, I'm not doing this.
I can't do it because I kept changing my mind of what I wanted, the message that I wanted to present as I kept meeting new people and seeing all the children, in front of me that were injured and suffering, and the families and just all the stories. And I was like...
emotional roller coaster.
It was so emotional.
Yes.
I was in tears right up until I went live, and was actually working on my speech notes moments before I went up on the stage. And so, I mean, my hands were trembling because I felt such an honor, number one, to be able to speak at the steps of the Capitol in Austin as an American, as a woman, as a, just as a person. It was such a thrill, but I felt a huge responsibility to try to bring both sides together is what I was really trying to do.
And we really fight that just every day in our communities. But I want to go back to 2015 when we put the group together. It was 75 parents back in 2015 on those South Stairs. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, but we had this legislation we had to stop. It was a vaccine mandate for our children here in Texas public schools, meaning you could not go to public school if you weren't up to date with every single vaccine on the recommended schedule. We were coming together, all walks of life. It didn't matter who you were, if you had a child who was injured by a vaccine, if you were a practitioner, or if you had a child on a delayed schedule or using an exemption. They were concerned about this, but we were concerned, and we gathered on the South Stairs, 75 people, and we defeated that bill. We were very proud of the work that we did, but we came back 2 years later and had 300 individuals at our rally.
Well, I think what's important to point out here for people out there listening that don't really don't understand a lot about this. You've read multiple books. I've read multiple books. Going back, I hold the first one in my hand that I started reading 22 years ago when I was pregnant with my first daughter, by Robert S. Mendelsohn. He was a very popular, one of America's leading pediatricians that wrote the book, How to Raise a Healthy Child in Spite of Your Doctor. And I remember reading this and thinking, oh my gosh, it was so controversial and contradictory to what you are told by your pediatrician. And so I did vaccinate my children, but I did it on my schedule, on my time, based on the knowledge and the books that I had read as to what was best for my child, based on my motherly instincts and skills as a mother.
This was what was so fantastic about our rally as well, and our 2-day freedom fight that we just attended in Austin, is there were so many different groups of individuals represented there, but we had injured children that we honored. We had medical practitioners. We had those doing delayed schedules, or really just came for multiple different reasons. And during that rally, one of the reasons it was so emotional is because we took time to honor each and all of the reasons individuals and Texans like me and you were in attendance that day.
We have a right in this country to make decisions about medical procedures that are done to ourselves and our children.
Well, we're fighting for those rights.
We're fighting for them because this is not something the government should mandate, and I believe that with all my heart. But I also, I respect science, of course I do. But this topic is so heated, it is unbelievable. So quickly, can you talk about, because I want to play the tape from the Brady Bunch from 1969, because you can't listen to this without asking yourself what has happened in the last 40 years. If you want to play the tape, please, Anthony.
Hi. Peter, what are you doing home from school?
They sent me home. Measles.
That's either measles or a strange case of red freckles.
You have got a temperature.
They told me 101.1.
Oh, are you sure it's the measles?
Well, he certainly got all the symptoms. A slight temperature, a lot of dots, and a great big smile.
A great big smile.
No school for a few days.
Say hello to my dotted son for me. Tell him I'll bring him some comic books, and I'll see you later, dear.
Okay, honey, bye.
Boy, this is the life, isn't it? Yeah. If you have to get sick, you sure can't beat the measles. That's right. No medicine.
Inside or out? Like shots, I mean.
Don't even mention shots. Yeah.
Measles, measles, measles. Well, all the kids have now had the measles.
So have I.
Well, I had them years ago. Looks like the Bradys are finished with the measles.
Hold it. You're not through yet.
Alice, don't tell me you're coming down with the measles.
Oh, I hope so. I'd hate to think I was just learning how to blush at my age.
Wow. Okay, so that was December 26, 1969. I was looking at your face, Beth, while you were listening to that. Had you ever heard that before?
Yes, I remember that episode, so I was laughing. Yes, I love the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, what's happened in the last 40 years or 50
as I'm
years?
sitting here listening to this, what is coming back to me, because it's kind of cute and it's kind of funny, but I'm thinking about the sweet little boy, 9 years old, who I consoled on the south stairs of the Capitol because an adult decided it would be okay to walk by and verbally assault him.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yell at him and basically tell him that he needed to go get vaccinated. This child actually was vaccinated and suffered a significant reaction to his vaccines. And this child, as you can imagine, was very upset. He was embarrassed. He was scared. And he came up to me and I was holding him. And as I'm listening to that clip, I'm thinking, how have we come this far?
Yeah.
Under what circumstance is it acceptable to verbally assault a child? And that
Never.
is one situation we faced over 2 days, one of many.
Well, we've got to talk. We're going to run out of time, but I want to pull. I was been talking about Nature magazine throughout this whole broadcast today, this whole show. This is actually in this last week's issue. There was an article in here that says "Stop Vaccine Misinformation: Distorted Claims that Undermine Uptake of the Human Papillomavirus Vaccine Could Leave a Generation at Risk." On the next page is huge misconduct fine is a reminder to reward rigor. Duke University's was awarded $112.5 million settlement on fraudulent data is a casualty of a culture that prizes impact over robustness, says Arturo Casadevall. It says the seeds of misconduct are planted in the very heart of academic biological sciences. And so you have to ask yourself, what's going on here? Seriously, what is going on? And I know everyone out there, including me, I just want the truth.
Absolutely.
That's all I want. Truth and justice for all, which is what this country was founded on. Now I sound like I'm doing a speech again, but I'm so passionate about truth.
You. Absolutely.
Well, you're going to have to come back in a couple of weeks because we didn't get to all the positive reactions and what you thought was successful and updating us on really what's going on down at the Capitol. And you're going back to Austin this week, and we'll talk to you.
Wish me luck.
Yeah, wish you luck, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. You can go to our website, oneliferadio.com, to download and listen to our podcast, and we're out of time. See ya.
EarthX returns to Fair Park in Dallas, April 26th through the 28th. The world's largest environmental experience, featuring green exhibitors, expert speakers, an interactive virtual reality zone, and a film festival, plus tiny houses, kid zone, auto show, live music, and more. EarthX brings people together to find solutions for a more sustainable future. Find out what's going on and how to improve it. April 26th through the 28th. Register at earthx.org. That's earthx.org. Change happens here.
Hello, I'm Allie McGraw for People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Our animal companions rely on us, especially during a natural disaster. If you're forced to evacuate your home, do not leave your animals behind. Visit helpinganimals.com.